You see, what is so interesting about the world that we're living in is that the physical realm is like a mirror. The spiritual realm is really where everything is happening. And the physical realm is only reflecting what is already agreed upon in the spiritual realm. That is why even when Elijah would receive a word from God that it would rain, what does he do? He goes to pray. Because he recognizes that in order for this word to come forth, even though it came from God, there needs to be agreement. There needs to, because your agreement is what opens heaven to say, now as it is in heaven, let it be on earth. If he just shut up his mouth and was just doing things casually, then it has not changed there yet, because the Lord is always looking for someone who would be in agreement, in an alignment with his plan, that he would partner with. Why? Because your flesh gives you legal access and rights to operate on this dimension. The fact that you have flesh, when you die, it's not that you're dead. That's why the Lord calls it sleep. He calls it sleep because you're only losing consciousness of this realm. But your flesh gives you a legal right on the earth to function. But the same thing we talked about with the enemy. The enemy is always looking for legalities in your life. He's always looking for, where would you give him access? Where would you give him an opening? People will tell you how they watched a movie and next thing, weird things started happening in their lives. Why? Because they were watching that movie without a consciousness of the spirit realm. They just thought they were being entertained. So even when the Holy Spirit begins to prompt on you, turn it off. You're like, no, but this is funny. Oh no, but I want to know how it ends. But you don't understand that these are portals. So we need to get back to coming from a place where we are spiritually conscious of our environment. Because when you're spiritually conscious, this is what awakens your spiritual senses.